On this episode of Junk and Rusted, I fly to Omaha, Nebraska to pick up my unicorn car. It's a 1968 Dodge Polara 500 convertible with an L code 440 under the hood. They only made 23 of these cars in this configuration, and I bought the car sight unseen off of a posting on a Facebook group. I knew what I was looking at, and I just could not wait to get my hands on it. I've lusted after one of these cars since I was 16 years old when I bought my 68 Dodge Polara. We're going to see if this thing makes it 715 miles home. No tools, no jack, no plan. Driving through farm territory where there's more cows than people. And it's raining. I'm not very bright, am I? Well, we'll see how it goes. So we have made it to Omaha, Nebraska. I'm at the owner's house. This is the very first time I'm laying eyeballs on the car. Straight away, first impressions, I'm quite impressed. We're going to get it pulled out here in a minute. We're going to do a walk around on it. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a walk around on this old rig. Some things I just noticed. So we're going to be cannonballing this thing all the way back home to Dallas. Everything on this car has been touched mechanically. It has completely rebuilt engine. Well guys, we're driving the Polara right now. I got the top down. It was evident to me that the gentleman who I bought it from, very nice man, cared for this old girl for a long time, for 45 years, and he was a little emotional about this car leaving. So out of respect for him, I decided not to film at his house once he started getting a little emotional. I wanted to make this as easy as possible for him, so I'm going to be driving this thing to Harbor Freight, and we're going to pick up some tools real quick. And in the parking lot, I'm going to show you the car, give you a once-over on it, and show you the things that I've noticed on it. But we got a really good car here, guys. I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to this drive. Easy cruise, 714 miles back to my house. I'll catch up with you at Harbor Freight parking lot. Okay, here we are. I'm at the Harbor Freight here in Omaha, Nebraska. And just drove the car about 10-12 miles. It seems to be doing okay. It smells slightly hot, but it's not hot on the gauge. I think it's because the car just has not been driven all that much. It just pretty much sits. Let's go over, do a once over on this thing real quick. Let me show you what all I found. So let's pop the hood. I'm going to pop the hood anyway. Let's check out a few things. So what we got here is a rebuilt 440 L code, 375 horse, big block. And I believe it is everything it says it is. It has a brand new front end underneath it. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's got brand new bushings. It's got brand new tower bushings for the sway bar. Looks like it has a reman alternator. It's got the high performance exhaust manifolds. We got a new battery cable that he ran on it. New washer fluid. Looks like a fairly fresh power brake booster and brakes. Car does have brakes. It stops pretty good. This car's had some love. You know, brand new cap. Looks like fairly new spark plug wires. Everything is here. This car is 100% complete, y'all. It looks to be identical to what he said it was going to be. Needs AC work, for sure. It's missing some of the pieces for the AC, but that's in the back of the trunk. Let me go ahead and close this real quick. The battery is a little over a year old. Car needs paint. Car needs paint pretty bad. This is the original paint on the car. It's very oxidized. It's very weak in areas. It's very thin in areas. It's got some deep scratches in it right there. Going along the car, it's got some issues, but that's not rust. That's solid metal. This car doesn't have a whole lot of rust in it, being a northern car. This thing's been off the road, has not done a lot of winter driving. Looks like, let's get underneath the quarters real quick. I don't see anything of significance. There's a small amount of rust right here, it looks like. But for a northern car, it's not a whole lot. Let's walk around the side of the car. It does have brand new dual exhaust on it. Stainless steel, does have Flowmasters on it. Sounds really good. It's not overly obnoxious, it's not overly loud, but it does have a little bit of a voice to it. Got the Polara 500 badge on it. I think just looking at it, it looks a little off kilter. It looks like it's been glued on, but that can be repaired. That window doesn't go down. That irks the hell out of me. Driving with the convertible top down and the windows up, that's a pet peeve of mine. I don't like that. That's going to get fixed immediately when I get it back to Dallas. We're going to have to fix that. But one thing I did notice on both doors, it's got the original door guards on it. It's been on the car since it was brand new. It's got one little dent in the fender right here. Sure you can see that. I'd have to take that to my body guy, have that knocked out. It's missing both of the rocker covers, the rocker moldings. Guy said it fell off the car a long time ago. He never put them back on the car. All in all, this is a solid rig. It really is. Runs good, sounds good. It's going to suit my needs just fine. This is, like I said, a very, very rare car. They made 24 of these. I think I said 23 earlier, but they made 24 Polara 500 convertibles with that motor. But let's talk about a little bit more what the car has. It's got dual mirrors. That one's remote. It has power windows. It has a power seat. Now that's an option I've never seen on one of these. It tilts up, tilts down. That's cool. Has tilt and telescopic. Console shift. It's got the light convenience package in it. And something else I've never seen, an 8-track. Never seen one of these, ever. The console needs a little bit of work. It's kind of tricky to get into. Takes an owner's touch, and I've been an owner on this car for exactly 20 minutes. But the console needs a little bit of work. It's not perfect. It's got some cracks in it and everything like that. I mean, the car is 57 years old. One thing that is going to be a problem on this trip, he said the cigarette lighter does not work, and I can't get the ashtray open. Oh, there it goes. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not supposed to do that. Yeah, we got ashtray issues. And that would be why the cigarette lighter doesn't work. Great. Well, we may have to make a provision for that. I need power on this trip. I'm gonna need power. Something goofy going on with that wheel cylinder, or that key cylinder. It's supposed to be a light right there. Oh, arm up there, but what is it? I don't understand what those two holes are. I have to do some research on that. It is an original AC equipped car. It does look like that there's some ducting issues that need to be addressed. He said that he did not replace the evaporator core, which means that box has got to come back out. Great. I do not want to do that. I I just got done doing that on my teal car, and y'all, that ain't fun. That is not fun. Let's look in the trunk real quick. Okay, full-size spare. And I got the jack that will kill you to get the car back up in the air. I will not use that. It has a custom-made boot for it. He's got a new rebuilt. He said this was the original, and it was rebuilt, so it does work. I got an extra quart of oil, and it came with some extra parts, stuff that's kind of hard to find. Some front end pieces, things of that nature. Has extra set of side grills, which these are super rare, and it has a original vent. There's nothing wrong with this. We just bought a new one. There's the AC hose that is missing. Got heater hose in case we blow a heater line, so we're good to go there. So all in all I need to do is just buy a set of tools and maybe a jack in case we have a flat. And from there we're gonna hit the road. There's a Wendy's right over there. I'm gonna pop in there, get me a quick bite to eat for the road. And we got 700 some odd miles to go. And I'll be filming that as well. I feel like a big boy YouTuber. Get me some Pittsburgh tools.
Head west.
Sorry, still got the GPS on. Get some Pittsburgh tools. And a jack, just in case. This crap's going back if I never open it up. Well, this is the first fuel stop. I'm stopping to put some gasoline in this old girl. Oh wow, that thing's tight. There we go. Well, oh, that works good. Stop and put some gasoline in this old girl just to top it off before I hit the road. Been driving around town a little bit. Went and got, some provisions, tools. Got some food down my gullet. Y'all aren't going to see my pen. And now that it's almost 5:30, let's hit the road and get home by 6 a.m. No. Let's see how much this thing takes. We need an invalid pen. There we go. I liked it. No car wash today. It's just going to get dirty anyway. Yes, I want a receipt. And they actually have non-ethanol up in this little neck of the woods. Let's see if we can do this. There we go. Let's see how accurate that gauge is. Sorry for the thumb and the camera lens. Let's see what we got. Wow, okay, so it just snapped off and a whole bunch of fuel just washed. So, from experience in owning these cars, I know this car should get about 10 miles to the gallon. So we're gonna notate what that is on the odometer. And we're gonna see what we can do about getting gas to close to the 200 mile mark. Come on, girl. So we're at 69,128. So we're gonna stop at 69,328. Here I am driving down the highway after leaving the Harbor Freight in Omaha, Nebraska. Unfortunately, my cheap Chinesium microphone quit working on me, so I'm doing this voiceover to show you what was going on. As you can see, the car is running a little bit on the warm side. I'm running about 60 miles an hour, just a little under, and the car was actually doing quite fine. It did have a running warm issue the entire trip. It never overheated, but it was running a little bit warmer than I like. It was a hot summer's day, but it is to be expected on these old cars. So just sit back and enjoy the view. Just turned off the highway, and this little portion, this is a state highway that I'm on right now. It's 75 mile an hour, 75 mile an hour speed limit. I am not doing that. And the moment I got off the highway, the car cooled down quite a bit. This is a pretty drive, I have to admit. Nebraska's a pretty state. I did not know that. This is my first time in this state. I'd like to come back sometime. Friendly people. Nice scenery. Got a bunch of corn. Got a fire way out in the distance. Bunch of barns. I would love, absolutely love, to go through some of these old barns out here. That one. Please forgive my camera work. I'm trying to drive a car that's a handful to begin with. The car's doing okay other than the overheating issue, but the steering's very sensitive on this thing, more sensitive than I am used to. It does tend to crab walk. The car does need an alignment, and I'm noticing some things like on the hood. This hood is not true. This car is going to need a lot of body work, but that's okay. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to take this car to the guy that did my Teal 68. Mold number 1, and we're gonna do this thing upright. It does need a few things on the instrument cluster, like the alternator ammeter gauge is not set in there correctly, and the needle is not as long as it should be. Things of that nature. So this car needs a lot of odds and ends. It doesn't need a whole lot, just a lot of odds and ends. But this is a solid old car. For a northern car, I'm very pleased with it. Okay, we're putting gas in it right now. I decided to go ahead and pull over to see what kind of fuel mileage we're getting. I want to say this thing's gone a little over 100 miles. Let me take a look. We're at 243. I think I started this with 129. So almost 120 miles, roughly. So we're going to see what we're doing here as far as fuel mileage is concerned. I'm going to go ahead and check the oil and see where we stand with all of that. So it just kicked off 10.91 miles to the gallon, or 10.91 gallons. So it's getting right at 10 miles to the gallon. So that's what I figured. So we're going to go ahead and check the oil, make sure, see if it's burning anything, and we will go from there. Let's see if I can do this kind of one-handed. Yeah, I can tell the motor's running a little. Yeah, she's warm. Motor's running warm. I'll put that down real quick. Oof, May. I'll hold this outside of the motor for a minute. This thing is piston hot, literally. Shove this in. I think we're going to have to change the oil in this thing when we get it home to something that's a little less thin. Can you guys see that? I don't think you can. It's starting to get dark out here. But y'all can't see that. But take my word for it, it's full. This motor has been cooked before because the dipstick is discolored. Don't think they swapped out the dipstick and they rebuilt the motor. Okay, so check. We're all good. Let's go get her back on the highway. I still got, I don't know, 600 some odd miles to go. Let's do her tour. Throw away my mess. Got photos up shop. And let's get her done. Welcome to Kansas. So this is my view. And that's the price. Why even put lights on the car? So we're having a little bit of a, uh-oh, it's cutting out. It's been doing this. I'm in the middle of nowhere, guys. This thing is cutting out on me. Like it's got a bad fuel filter or something.
It was not a fuel filter.
I'm supposed to make this thing, get this thing to Oklahoma City, which is another 300 miles. Shut it down for the night. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I can't go faster than 55 miles an hour. This may be a problem. I got 57 miles till I get to Highway 131. This is not good. We're gonna push this thing as far as I can push it, or until I find a store that has a fuel filter. But it's 5 to 9. Sun's gone down. I'm in Kansas. There's no way there's going to be a place that has a fuel filter that's going to be open. Even Walmart's won't have them. They're going to be closed. We're going to try it. It's the best we can do.
Well, guys, I am at an O'Reilly's in Concadia, Kansas. And the car died. It's not getting fuel to the carburetor, so the engine itself is extremely hot to the touch, and everything, including the carburetor, you can't touch because it'll burn you. So I'm thinking one of three things: either fuel pump, which is possible, fuel filter, and I can't get the filter off because of how the clamps are. They're the spring style, and the Hobo Freight toolkit that I bought doesn't come with a regular set of pliers. It's the needle nose, and you need a regular set of wide pliers to get that off. And so I can't verify if there's any pressure in the line. Can't get the line off the carburetor because it's hermetically sealed to itself. And if I really push it, I'm going to break the line. I'm really going to be screwed. Or 3, which is what I hope it is. God, I hope it's this. We're vapor locked.
It wasn't vapor lock.
Given the heat that's under the engine bay, that's a distinct possibility. So, put the top up. That window back there won't come back up. I'm fighting it. And the car really needs to be running with the electrical system being on a charge in order for it to have enough juice in the motor to pull it up. That window doesn't want to go up. It's 10 o'clock at night. I pulled in this O'Reilly's about right after they closed, right about 9:02. The only reason why I stopped because that open sign was still on, but they had the door locked. I'm 330 miles, I think, to a hotel that I booked. And I'm still 550 miles from home. With a dead car. So I'm going to fight with the windows. See if I can get them up so I can at least lock the car up. And we can give it about an hour or so. Let this motor cool down. Sorry for my camera work. And if I can get the motor to cool down and it stops vapor locking, we're going to go a little bit further down the road, at least to a hotel. I think I'm going to stop here for the night if I can get this thing to fire up and get me to a hotel in the morning. We'll go to like a, I don't know, a Walmart or something like that and get some tinfoil or something like that to at least try to insulate that line. I'm thinking tinfoil may do it more harm than good. Or maybe the O'Reilly says something in the morning, I don't know. I'll give you an update when we figure it out.
Well, guys, it finally fired up. It took it 2 hours to cool down enough to where I can finally start it. And I had to pump the ever-loving hell out of it. But it finally busted loose. And it ran perfect. And so I drove it to a Super 3 3/4 over here. Not the best hotel in the world, but it's got a clean bed and hot running water. So I'm just over here at a short stop to get me a couple of provisions for the night. And we're going to be at it again tomorrow. Chasing classic cars. Good morning. Day 2 of getting this 68 Dodge Polara back home. Last night ran into some issues. As I cruised into Concadia, Kansas, the car vapor locked on me. It was pretty late at night. It took a couple hours for it to cool down sufficiently enough to where I could get it started again. And I bumped it up here to the little Motel 6 up here and just batted it down for the night. So this morning I'm doing a once over on the car. It is low on radiator fluid and a little bit of coolant there. We're going to go ahead and get that topped off. And they're going to scoot on back over here to this O'Reilly's and we're going to see if we can get some insulation for the fuel line and hit the road. Let's see what we can do about getting that done. As you can see, it's, well, you can see in there, but it is down about a couple inches, 2-3 inches. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can do here. There's a 50/50 mix that we got at the grocery store, the convenience store up the street last night when I was getting some provisions. You know this one-handed, guys, and it's kind of difficult, so please forgive me. Do this again. Ah! Yeah, just about half a gallon. That's kind of low. But we're topped off now. We'll go ahead and fire it up and get it on over to the O'Reilly. Alright, so I got the top down, got my windows down, well, at least all the ones that will go down. And now we're going to try a cold start. It's that easy, guys. It is that easy. Yeah, ammeter gauge is showing a high charge because I cranked the hell out of it last night. We're gonna get up to the O'Reilly. It's just literally around this corner and to the left. It's right over there. There. Y'all can see it. Still got to pick up a fuel filter, I believe. And we're also going to try to pick up a decent pair of pliers, something I need desperately. Because that toolkit I bought does not have it. Parker and Shane. Let's see what kind of stuff we can get here. Well, I popped into the O'Reilly and I now have power to the car to run my accessories. I went in, popped it, got one of those universal jobbers. I got it crudely, and I do mean crudely, wired in. It's just grounded, no eyelet, nothing. I busted that open, so I gotta be careful with that. I may pop in and get me some electrical tape, and I'd have it going straight to the fuse box, just bare wire shoved right into the glass fuse. It just has to work till I get home. That's it. Then I might do something a little bit more permanent with it. So I'm gonna clean up my mess, return their wire crimpers that they loaned me, and from there I'm gonna run up to the Walmart, get me some insulation, aka tinfoil, which is what I'm gonna try. I hope it works. We'll find out. Because they don't have anything here that's going to technically work. And we will go from there.
While I was at this O'Reilly, I did pick up some vital things that I needed for the rest of the trip, including a fuel filter, some fuel line, some zip ties, hose clamps, a fuel pump, a pair of pliers, and a power plug so that I can run my camera and charge the a cell phone and whatnot, and also so I could plug in my dash cam, as you can see here. As I was pulling out of the O'Reilly, I noticed that something was vitally wrong with the car, and it was not a plug fuel filter, and it was not vapor lock. It was something much more serious, because right here it cut out on me, and I almost stalled it in the middle of the road. So from here, I just went ahead and made a quick right back into the parking lot of the business across the street, and we went back and cut back over to the O'Reilly. Because at this point, I figured something else was seriously wrong. So I wanted to make sure I reevaluated the situation and go from there. But I was still kind of banking that it was a vapor lock issue. I was grasping at straws at this point. So after this point, we went up the street a little bit to get some tinfoil to maybe protect the fuel line, because the motor was very, very hot to the touch. It got very hot to the touch in a very short period of time. But again, it was a good 90 degrees up there.
Well, as you just saw, I did a little loop. Because when I was pulling out of this O'Reilly, car was coming to my left, so I gave it gas and it just died. So I fluttered the pedal on it and everything. It came back around, and as I was going up the hill, it died again. So I did the loop around. Wix 33 003. Let's see how this does. Wasn't a 33 003, it's a 33 002. Why does a 440 Magnum have a 5/16 fuel line? Can someone answer me that question? Anyway, got the fuel filter on, one I can see through. Doesn't have a lot of volume. I think the fuel pump's dying. But I did the hand over the carb trick, see if there's anything in the Venturis I can blow out and everything like that. It seems to be running okay-ish without a load. Let's put a load on it and see what happens. I did go ahead and buy Clicky Clacky. The AutoZone, or I'm sorry, the O'Reilly's here does not have a mechanical fuel pump. Even if they did have it, I don't know if I want it. The Precision stuff that they sell is just pure junk out of the box. They don't work. They simply don't work. But the good, in Concadia, Kansas, hope I'm saying that right, the O'Reilly's here, good bunch of folks. They truly are. Can't say they helped me out a lot, loaned me some tools, some couple things I did not have to do some of the wiring stuff I need to do to the car. They helped me out with a little bit of fuel line. Good bunch of folks. If you're ever in this little burg, you need some parts, these guys here will help you out. Anyway, let's fire it up. Let's get her on the road. Hopefully, if I keep the speed down and everything like that, we can make it. If not, I'll be doing a fuel pump on the side of the road. Great. Lovely. Classic car ownership. But hey, it's fun. I enjoy it. Can I get out of this little burg? Alright, stopped at Dollar Tree, got the absolute cheapest aluminum foil available. This stuff, paper's thicker. Anyway,
Getting her on the highway here. Well, what if they call a highway? Finally getting out of Concadia, Kansas. We're at Keep Her Slow. I topped off the radiator. Unfortunately, this car doesn't have a catch can, so I'm losing it. 600 miles. Well, I think the fuel pump's dying. It's bucking really bad. It's acting like it's fuel starved. I'm feathering the throttle. I don't even know where the hell I am. I can't be more than 3-4 miles from Concadia. Guys, this does not look okay. It's starting to smooth out a little bit the slower I go. I got that clicky clacky. I don't know, guys. It's like in 54-ish. The temperature's not too hot. That's a good thing. But, I don't know, guys. Does that look good? I'm going over scenarios in my mind where I can put that clicky clack in. Where can I mount it, and how can I run the wiring? I'm gonna get on the phone. I think I'm gonna start calling auto parts stores down the road and see if I can find me a mechanical fuel pump for this thing. I would rather replace it with mechanical. And here we go again. Come on. Come on. Come on. I ain't stopping this dumb bitch until it dies. That's just... this is dying on me. Years ago, my other 68 Dodge Polara, it did this too, on a rebuilt motor. That was the first indication that the cam eccentric died on the camshaft, and then 1,000 miles later, I flattened 2 lobes on the camshaft. I hope that's not the case here. I hope it's just a bad fuel pump, and these new fuel pumps today, they're known for being bad. I can just get a fuel pump and get me 600 miles home. I'd take it. Well, I'm gonna get on the phone and start calling around.
So for the next 65 miles, I spent pretty much what you're seeing here, shaking the car violently from side to side, trying to free up what I thought would have been any sediment in the tank, causing fuel delivery issue. That was not the problem. Little did I know, the gas tank, the sending unit, and the pickup screen were all brand new. So I just rode it until it finally died. And then I was sitting on the side of the road having to do a clicky-clacky fuel pump replacement.
Alright, we gotta run it again. Here's what I did, let me show you. I MacGyvered a fuel pump, a clicky clacky here. I just discoed it from the mechanical. Yeah, I know, push not pull. Don't lecture me out. Times calls for desperate measures. But I went ahead and wired it in, grounded it there. Wherever the hell's ground. Yeah, right there. Bring it underneath the rad. Through here. It's a little sloppy, don't care. It's running. We gotta go. We're booking down Highway 131 in Kansas, heading to Wichita. The car's a warm running car, as you can see. But I've owned these cars enough to know if it hits that next to last hash mark, then you're running too hot. But I'm actually running it close to 70 mile an hour, and it's not getting any hotter than if I run it at 60. Or 55. So I'm just going to run it at 70 miles an hour and get some miles down, because I'm way behind schedule. I need to get home. If that thing gets anywhere close to that second hash, that next to last hash mark, we're going to bring her down a little bit. We'll pull over, let it cool down a bit. But I gotta get home. And I got about 450 miles left to go. So, according to the GPS, I'll be getting home about 10-ish. As if I don't break down. Again. Knock on wood. But, the new fuel pump on it, the clicky clacky, this thing runs good, y'all. This thing runs real good. That's about 90. Slow down there. How you around that truck? Feels good past stuff. Been getting passed all day. And all day yesterday. We're going to keep you updated as we move along. Alright, I got tired of hearing that top flopping in my back of my head. So I put the top down. So I'm back up to getting sun bleached. So we're running about 60-65 mile an hour. Car's there doing well. Motor's running strong. Got a cop up here, got someone pulled over. I'm gonna get in the hammer lane for just a second. When we get around these guys, I'm a little bit faster than I want to go. And then we're gonna move back over. And we're doing the thing. Be getting into Wichita here pretty soon. I can't wait to get home. Never thought I'd say this, but I'm looking forward to seeing Oklahoma. Never thought I'd say that. Yeah, nothing to report. Car's doing well. Getting about, I would say about 10 miles to the gallon consistently. I'm curious to know what it's going to do on this fuel pump. When I stop for fuel, we'll check in. Well, I don't know what little town we're in, but I'm at a Casey's general store. Just put gas in it. It's acting like it's fuel starved again. I have a feeling that is because, hold on a second, I gotta put this down. I have a feeling because I think we're getting vapor locked a little bit, but when I goose it, it seems to be doing okay. And right in the middle of add and full, if you can see that little line. It's not burning a drop. Probably stand a quarter of the quart, but Pump 10, a little over 10 gallons in it. 10.3. It went cool little record, man. It's a very cool little record. I just talked to that gentleman. He was talking to me about the car. But where was I? Not burning a drop of oil. Acting fuel starved. I think it's starting to get vapor locked again, so I'm letting it cool down for a minute. We have made some good progress today over yesterday, but we still got a ways to go. We have 374 miles left to go, so I should have to stop one, maybe two more times just to make sure the car's doing okay, and then we'll be home. Just checking all my little wiring. None of the wires are getting hot. Now the pump's a little close. The pump's warm to the touch. I've been here for maybe 10 minutes. There's nothing in the filter. Alright. Hopefully this yeah, it's filling. I don't know if you can see that. It's filling. So we're gonna go ahead and hook our oil back up and just hook one down the road. You don't normally see them this close. I had to put the top up. I'm getting sunburned, y'all. My arms are burned, my face is burned, my neck is burned. I'm just burned. So I'm gonna keep the top up for a couple hours until the sun goes down. It's coming up on 5 o'clock, so the sun goes down around 8-ish. So hopefully by 8 o'clock I'll be in close to Texas. I hope. I'm on this back road. To avoid a turnpike toll charge. I don't pay tolls. Do you? Besides, this car didn't have a toll tag on it. And it probably won't ever get one. But when I got off the interstate earlier, like I said, it was acting like it was fuel starved again. It's running okay. Just keeping cool-ish. Just going to take it nice and easy. Got 360-ish miles to go. We're just about to enter into Oklahoma. Here in a little bit. I think that's a sign up there. There it is. Thank God I'm out of the state of Kansas. I love Kansas. Great people. find parts. I don't think Oklahoma's much better. If I can just get through this state, I'll be home momentarily. I'm a little happy about that. Catch you on the next update. Well, just stopped at a Casey's north end of Oklahoma City. And car's doing okay. It is running a little bit on the hot side though. Been running a little harder than I kind of wanted to, only because I'm trying to get home. I got a little less than 4 hours to go. It's like 260 some odd miles, something like that. So we're gonna be turning on to I-35 here and doing the thing. Car's doing great. Hasn't burned a drop of oil. And we're just hooking them on toward DFW. Miles to Dallas. We're getting close. I can't wait to get home. This has been fun though, I have to say. You know, earlier when I broke down, and I've heard other YouTubers say this too, don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you rattled. Just take your time. Figure it out. God gave you 2 hands, a brain, and we know how to make tools. Figure it out, y'all. Do what you gotta do. Is that repair that I did permanent? No. Was it done right? No. Is it getting me home? Yes. Is that what, at the end of the day, that is all that matters. Well, you know what? I'm just looking around, even on the interstate. And I've been sticking to the interstate because I'm trying to get this thing home. But just looking around. Look at all that. I have no idea if you guys can hear me or not. I think here pretty soon, the next section, I'm going to go ahead and pull over, put the top down, and drive the top down the rest of the way. Wherever the next section is. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful car. See you at the next update. Alright, I think we're going to go ahead and pull off here. down. And we're going to continue. Look at that sunset. What a beautiful day to drive a classic convertible. Alright. See you at the next gas stop. Crossing the Red River right now. I am now in the great state of Texas. Back home, my own state. Got about 100 miles to go to the house. This will be my last gas up, and we have ethanol fuel. I enjoyed this trip. The entire trip, I did not have to put one single drop of ethanol in this vehicle until we get to Texas. Come on, Texas, let's get better with that, okay? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put it some 93 in it with ethanol. So it's like 89 in reality. Get the cap off. I gotta invest in some decent cameras, GoPros. I can't continue to do this on my phone. So we're gonna put in this at $3.69 a gallon, Jesus. And we're gonna go ahead and cruise her to the house. Let's check the oil. As you can see, probably burned less than a quarter of a quart this entire trip. And I contribute that to the motor being rebuilt, and it hasn't gone more than 1,000 miles in the 3 years after it was rebuilt. These rings had to come back around a little bit. It's still in the operating zone. I'm going to top it off when I get to the house. I'm not too worried about how low it is. It's not, I don't really consider that too low. I'm gonna hook the battery in my fuel pump back up. Just eat and call it a night. Got right at 100 miles back to the house, and I'm gonna go to bed. I'll check in with you when we get closer to the house. When you're driving a classic convertible, when you see that, you get a little worried. I checked the radar. There's nothing on the radar but south west of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Sorry for the noise. But when I was looking at it, that's the truth. It's 150 miles from here. That looks like it's like, I don't know, 25 miles. So I'm going to check the weather again and see where I'm at. Hopefully I can beat that back to my home. It looks like I'm running right into it. Yeah, we got a light show ahead of us. So let me check the radar. I may have to pull over and put the top up. And we are home. Good morning. It is not the next day, it's the day after. I took yesterday off to kind of recover from the long trip.
And this is where I was going into me explaining how we were going to fix the fuel system on the car. I will be sparing you that. Long story short, the fuel pump rod was not replaced when the engine was rebuilt, which is a common rebuilder's error, and it was no longer powering the fuel pump. Both the mechanical pump that I bought and the fuel pump that was on the car indeed works. I will be replacing that after. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I want to thank you all for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share.